Hey guys, how's everything going? This is JSer. In the previous video, we've made a model system in React with the context API, and yeah, here's the code. You can search in my channel for the previous video. Let's review our demo one more time. So when we push a model, and we could push a new model above it, and we could do another one. And close this one, close this one, close the bottom one. So all the models are stored in the array here, React element array, and then just be rendered one by one. Okay, each model is wrapped in this model component, which has the common close button. So when we push a new model, we just need to define the contents like this, and no need to worry about the close button. So this is a brief demo, and also I've mentioned that there's a big problem of this approach. Not this approach, but there's one problem left unsolved, which is the accessibility issue. You see that this is a demo, right? Okay, when I use the tab key to navigate the button, okay, this one is okay. When I press the return key, now this model is popped. It's fine. And then when I tap again, you see that we go to the show model 2. Oh, this is because of the cursor problem. Okay, let's do it one more time. Okay, now we get the close. Well, it looks fine. And then tap again, show model 2, pretty good. And then when I tap, it is gone. Right? This is not good. Why? Because we suppose that a model is a component that attracts users' interaction. So no other action should be allowed unless you dismiss this model. When I show another model and tab, close, show model 3, and the tab and the focus is gone. So this is not good. What is good? Let's actually there is a way ARIA authoring practices 1.1. There are a lot of guidelines about each a component that showing the best practices. Let's take a look at the dialog, which is the model. Okay, here is it. A dialog is a window overlaid in either the primary window or another dialog window, blah blah blah. Like non-model dialogs, model dialogs contain their tab sequence, that is tab and shift tabs, do not move. Yeah, you see, do not move focus outside the dialog. Yeah, however, unlike most non-model dialog do not provide means to move keyboard focus outside the dialog window without closing the dialog. Yeah. Okay, so here is an example. Let's take a look at the example here. Okay, when I click this button, there's model popped out, right? And the first input is focused. Okay, when I tab, and we could use a shift tab to move it along the input and go to this button and this cancel, right? Okay, when I tab again, it goes to the first input. So these this focus, the focus is trapped in this dialog. We cannot get over it unless we cancel it. Okay, and then we can add. This is another dialog, right? This is another dialog, and then tab. You can see that it navigates about the link and about the button, and then tab. Yeah, it's still trapped, and then click OK. It's gone. But you see that the button here is actually being focused, right? It's focused. Yeah, it's already focused. So when I tap, click the return, the model pops up. Okay, here's another model. The first one is this is focused, but it's a paragraph without a button because this content is too long. We need to scroll, and should be shift space, space, and then navigate these 3 buttons. So this video is not about the whole picture, but only focus on 2 things about the accessibility issue. Okay, let's continue this part on the best practices. Okay, keyboard interaction. When the dialog opens, focus moves to an element inside the dialog. Okay. It means focus placement depends on the nature of the size of the content. In all circumstances, focus moves to an element contained in the dialog, of course. Unless a condition we're doing otherwise is advisable, focus is initially set on the first focusable element. It's button length or with tab index, right? If content is large enough that focusing the first interact element could cause the beginning of a content scroll, it is advisable to add tab index -1 to a static element, just like the paragraph we have seen before, at the top of the dialog, such as the dialog title or first paragraph, and initially focus that element. Yes, prevent it from scrolling. Okay, and then if a dialog contains a final step in a process that is not easily reversible, such as the deletion data, blah blah blah, it may be advisable to set focus on the least destructive action. So not like you want to delete something, you might be focus on the close or cancel, right? If a dialog is limited in actions, blah blah blah, okay, it might be advisable to set focus on the element that is likely to be most frequently used. Provide additional information or continuing process, and the continue could be focused. Yeah, so this is the first one. When the dialog opens, we need to focus something. Focus the first one. Let's write down the requirement we need to do today. Okay, this should be in the model, right? Okay. 1, new requirements. 1, opens and focus. Let's make it simple here. Focus the first focusable elements. But we already wrap up in the close button here, right? So we could avoid it by adding a div, wrapping the children here, and just iterate the focusable element here, or we could just focus on the close button. Well, it doesn't make that difference. Let's just say for this problem, for now, the first focusable is fine. Okay, the area is too small. Okay, this is the first requirement. Let's take a look at the second one. Tab will focus to the next tabbable element. This is default behavior. It focuses on the last tabbable element inside dialog, moves focus to the first tabbable element inside the dialog. So this is the most important feature we wanted today. It's trap the focus. Unable to focus outside when pop-up is displayed. Yeah. And the shift tab is moving backward, right? So you focus on the first tabbable element, then moving before would lead to the last tabbable element. Well, this is not hard. And escape, close the dialog. Escape. Well, this is okay. Anyway, let's escape to close the dialog. 4. Okay. And there's another requirement here. Say when a dialog closes, focus returns to the element that invoked the dialog unless either. It means that, say, when I push a model, this is the trigger, right? I click this button and pop this model, and then I close. The focus should be on this model. The shift tab. Yeah, and it's not right? So this is the fourth requirement. Refocus the trigger when model is dismissed, is closed, I would say. Okay, now this is 4 requirements. Let's solve it today. First one opens and focuses the first focusable element. Because we already wrap all the models here, we could just get the ref of this div when this model is mounted, and we would be able to find the first. Okay, we would be able to store the ref to first and last focusable element, right? Yeah, let's do it. So, as we have said, in this particular demo, we don't care about the close button should be the first one or not. We just search for the first focusable element. To say focusable element, we should the link, right? Anchor tag, the button, their checkbox, a lot. So I would say that we add the tab index to default to 0, and then we query that tab index. Number, oh, okay, this is to number, fine. Yeah. Okay, so ref first focusable React create ref. It should be an HTML element. Null or null. What? I'm sorry. Shit, I forgot that we are in a hooks. So this should be React use ref. I'm sorry. HTML element or null. Default to null. All right, and then we set the next one, ref last focusable we will initialize these two variables in the use effect hook when the DOM is mounted. We need to first get the ref of this div. Copy paste ref outer element, just HTML div element. Ref outer here. Great, and then we would query the selectors, right? So the focusables elements would be ref outer current query selector all with it should be a tab index, right? I'm not sure it should be, yeah, it should be small case here. Okay, this might be an elements array or undefined. So if it is okay, it is not undefined, we ref first. Okay, this should be array. Oh shit, no. We transform into array. Okay. Should default to an array, and we could spread it, make it an array. The never note list of is not array type. I see. Okay, so we could use array from Yeah, default is this. Then it must be array. We don't need this anymore. We set the current to focusable elements. The first one. This should be okay. I say HTML element. Ref last focusable. Current would be the last one. So now we get the reference to the first and to the last one, right? Now what do we need to do? We need to listen to these the key down event to check if the tab key is pressed, right? So we on key down. Why do we use on key down? Because the tab key, if we press down without key up, without leaving, the tab key will go all along, right? So it won't stop. So we use on key down here. So const on key down. Use callback. We don't want this function to be regenerated in every render. So okay, on key down. This event should be mouse event, I would say. Not mouse event. Event keyboard. Yeah. Oh shit. So it should be keyboard event. Keyboard event. So then if tab key is tapped on the last, focus on the first. Yeah, so here's a problem. If there is a content within the button, like a span, the on key down actually will be bubbled to this div, but with the target set to that inner one, right? So technically, we need to check that the E event is a child of the last focusable here. Need to check E current if a child of last focusable. But here, for making it simpler, we ignore it. So warning. This is just for demonstration. There is no element in the button, so we could safely say if E the target, right, equals to last focusable. Oh yeah, it's current. Oh, ref last focusable. If it is, then what we do, we focus on on key down E. The target, is it? Can we get the target? Actually, I'm not sure. Let's console log the E target. Okay, let's try. Push model and then tab. Button show model. I remember. So actually, we could have a reference called document.active element. Yeah, this could be true. Just currently, the element being focused currently. If it is, then what we do, we first focus the first one, right? So the current focus. Ooh. Yeah, focus the first one. Yeah, so this is it. Let's take a look. We push a model and then tab. Not okay. Okay, wait a minute. Console log, document. Should we prevent? Should we prevent the default? Wait a minute. Tab, 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 tab. Oh yeah, actually it works. It is our last one, right? Let's prevent default. Prevent default. Okay. How is it now? Huh? We have some problem here. It says we're being trapped into the close. First one. Okay. Let's console log the focusable element. Get one button. Oh shit. My bad. We forgot to add the tab index here. So the first model, the button here, let's say tab index 0. Tab index 0, 0. Yeah. So now actually we have 2 buttons. Why can't we reload it? Waiting. Seems that network is down. Ooh. Okay, we push the model. Yeah, this should be okay here. Go to the model. Push model. Tab, tab, tab. Yeah, you see that? Okay, the tab is perfectly focused. The same goes for the shift tab. We just need to check. I'll remove the console here. I think the prevent default is not necessary. Maybe. Let's take a look. Oh, it is. Need this default. Great. So now we trap it, and we could do the same actually for the shift tab, right? So if it is focused on, ooh, I forgot to check the key. If E key equals tab, yeah. And also this should be the same for the first. So ref first focusable, and the key tab, and also the shift key is used. Then we go to the last focusable, right? Okay. And it should not be shift key. Yeah. Oh, it should be not shift key. Okay, shift key is okay now. Tab key is okay now. And also we need to focus on this is first. Oh, this first is not. Yeah, we've done the second one, right? The first one is when we focused it, and then focusable first one should be focus it. Let's see. So first one and second requirements are satisfied now. Let's take a look. Push, tap, tap, tap. Good. And then show model 2. Close is focused, and then tap, tap, tap. Focus, focus, focus. Show model 3. Close, focus, and then close. Okay. First and 2 are met now. Now we need to do the escape to close the dialog, right? This is key. This is pretty simple. Let's just add one. But if it is not focused on key down, I'm not sure whether the on key down here would trap the focus. It should be, because when the model is displayed, it will actually trap the focus, right? So the key will be bubbled up. Okay, so if key is ESC, we just dismiss, right? We need to call the dismiss, which is the close. So we just close it. Let's see. Push ESC. The close is not focus. Shift, okay. Model, okay. ESC, close. So it's not ESC? Then what it is? Console log E key. Let's see what it is. Console here. Push model. ESC. Escape. Oh, sorry. Escape. Okay. Great. Push. They didn't focus. Model 2 focused. Model 3 focused. Close. ESC. Because it's not focused now. Okay, if we do like this, focus, ESC. Okay, it's working. The one problem is that actually, if we don't press the tap button, it won't. The focus is not there. Tap. Is it right? Already focused it. Let's log it. Okay, console log focus. The first one. Let's see what it is. Okay. Push button with focus to close. But it's not focused actually, right? It is focused. But just yeah, it's focused, but actually the outline is not there. You see, when I close, we can actually close it, and also escape it. Yeah, it's focused, just not outline. Okay, 1 and 2 are okay. 3 is okay. Now the fourth one, refocus. The problem is that, and I showed the model 2, and I showed model 3. When I press tap the escape, it's gone. Now I should be the shoot model 3 button should be focused, right? When I press the return again, it should pop the number 3. And also I can continuously press escape key to close all the models. So how should we do it? Well, it's pretty simple. When we trigger a focus, when we pop a model, we'll pass in not only the model component but also the trigger, right? Which means in screen 1, when we show a model here, show model 1, show model 2, on click, show model 2, we say in the event, we pass in the okay, not this one yet. Show model 1, we need to know who showed model 1, right? So we get the event, which should be mouse event. It should be HTML button, right? Button element. It's not generic. React. Oh, import. Okay. Okay. So we push a this is the model, and we could put the second parameter should be the trigger, right? So we get E and the target. Again, this should be the button we want. There might be some other elements within the button. We need to handle that. But in this problem, we would ignore it. We push here. When I say push, this one, right? Okay, we need first modify the model context, a node here, but also we need the triggerer, which should be HTML element. And so in app here, we say this is the trigger. This is HTML element. Okay. So we get the elements and then close model. When we show this model, okay, a close. So in this, when the model could be only closed by this close function, right? So in this close, we actually could restore the focus for the trigger. Yeah, so we just call trigger and focus. So this is it. And in the screen one, we could just okay, here we push it, e-target. E-target is not assignable to HTML element. The target is base synthetic event. Target is event target. E synthetic HTML target. Origin some target. There's synthetic target. What is synthetic target? Event target is not assignable to parameter. Show model on click. React HTML button element. Const target equals e.target. The type. Event target. This should not be okay. Oh, it's not. It should be current target. I'm sorry. Yeah, it's okay. We will just copy the code here, and then when show model 2, we push, and then here should be e current target. Because we don't use the event delegation here, we use the current target. Okay. E current target. Okay, there should be no error. Let's see how it goes. Push model, show model 2, tab, close, fine. Okay, yeah, the previous one is focus. You see the model 2 here. Okay, tab, model 3, close all. We haven't implemented close all yet. Okay, go back, shift tab, close, and then close, and then we show model 2, show model 3, and then we press escape. Voila, perfect, right? Yeah, so okay, that's all for this video. We've managed to implement this 4 requirement, and pretty interesting and not that difficult, and it's not perfect yet. There must be some detailed problems we haven't covered. But it's a demo, so it's good enough to be a prototype, I would say. Anyway, this is the idea of handling the focus trapping in model system. Hope it helps. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. I will bring more videos to it. And see you next time. Bye bye.